What's up, guys? Got another trade review today. Took two trades today. I lost one, I won one. I ended up red about $722. 722, yep. So let's get into it. You can see we had these lows and this high that we rejected the 1 hour gap on. There's a low here and a low here that we're kind of like drawing to, but I want to see which way market wants to go. So if we continue dropping down to the 15-minute, you'll see we're kind of in this big gap right here, but again, kind of just seeing what market wants to do. If we drop to the 5, again, not too much going on, but let's just get into open and see what's going on. This is open, and so if we let price do its thing, I'm looking for either these lows to get swept and price to come up, or preferably these two lows, because one of them is an external low. So I'm waiting. Boom, we sweep this low. So now at this point I'm probably looking longs, because there's not really a point to taking a short down at these levels. I'd rather take a short up here. But if we look, you can see that now there's a 15-minute gap here that might be a problem if we try to take it long, but that is not really an issue at the moment, as I am just looking for, you know, a good long entry. So we come in, we put this low in, then we go and sweep that low, right? So we sweep both of these lows. Sorry, let me move. Can move these here. We sweep both of these lows, we come down, sweep out that low. I guess I can kind of draw a little line there. Then I'm looking for, you know, what price wants to do. Immediately we come up and we displace. So we get our change in the state of delivery right here, which is the last set of down close candles get closed through. And this is the gap that I want to see get tapped for longs. And so I set a limit here for longs, and stop is 5 pips always, and I'm targeting this high, and I think it was about 3R. Yeah, 3.06. So you can see that price comes up, it's going up, and then I get tapped in right here, and so I'm waiting, and then yeah, I get filled. So this is also, there's a little tiny 5-minute bullish gap here, which also kind of helps my case. So we come up, we tap, kind of just chopping around. It actually taps this gap again and then pushes up. Once we take this high and tap into the 15-minute gap, I move my stop to break even. On top of that, also something I didn't mention was there was an SMT with GU right here. GU was falling off of a literal cliff while Euro was starting to climb, so that's another reason why I was bullish, even though, you know, technically this SMT is not a bullish SMT, but keep that in mind. So I move my stop there, and I'm still watching. So now you can see that we're starting to reject this 15-minute gap, and so obviously my stop is at break even, just to see. Price does end up coming back up, sweeping this high, and now once we sweep this high, I move my stop to right here. So this line, this low becomes my stop, because I don't want to see price come back. I want to see it continue, otherwise it could be a sign of a reversal. But what price does is it sweeps out this high, right? We get our change in the state of delivery to the downside following higher time frame structure, and we basically just, I get stopped. So that's the trade that I made $247 on. But now I'm thinking, okay, you know, what if we want to go short and potentially target these lows and external. So now I'm just waiting for an entry for shorts, given we have this change. So I look at basically the 50% of this kind of move, but then we keep falling, and so I think I move my trade to like about here, and I target, this would be, you know, my first low, and then targeting other lows that are in you know, hourly, 4 hour for value gaps and that kind of stuff below. I would have canceled it if we took this slow. The thing that I didn't really realize was we ended up sweeping these, and so technically this sweep and the change would have been to target these internal lows and not this external low. But you can see we come up and I get tapped into, and it basically just goes all the way up. I think I actually had a fill. I think it was this gap right here. So I got filled, but I did get stopped just barely, and then price kind of came down a little bit. Um, but yeah, this trade honestly not the greatest, but uh, you know, it was decent in terms of the setup. I just wish I would have paid better attention to the lows getting. But yeah, overall day today, I ended up taking those two trades, lost $770. And yeah, nothing much to it. I'll be back tomorrow. I do have an exam, but I'm gonna try to catch a trade early. Presents itself, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.